Okay, so I decided to go ahead and bring you on my stretching journey because there were a few other things I didn't tell you about. So let me show you how this makes me cry. I'm gonna try not to scream. Anyway, this isn't a great angle, but it's the best I can do. In fact, I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit and see what we've got going on here. Okay. Okay, so then, as I mentioned, you come around. We'll do it on this leg so you can see. All right. Okay, while we're up at the top, I'm gonna do more of this after I get off, but this is just to give you basic instruction. I'm gonna do my back, which feels very good. Oh, did you hear that pop? All right. You know, you should get one of these even if you don't run or do anything because it will keep you limper. But I would recommend the one without the knobs to begin with. Okay. Now, this is an interesting angle. Sorry, I don't look skinny, but I don't know that being skinny is the point. I think it's fitness. So I'm gonna go back and forth that way. And also, going to do this, and then we're going to roll out, all right, and then in. Okay, so that's the roller. Now, the other thing I do is I'll take 2 tennis balls. It's a little uneven surface, but oh well. So here we go. And this is great for the balls of your feet, just to go back and forth. It keeps your arches supple. You can also roll on tennis balls if you don't have a roller. I used to do that on the in those same areas where I did the roller. Okay? All right, I'm gonna take my little feet off. I have to take my toe because I jammed my toe one night and we're getting it back into place, as you can see. But it's getting there. So now we're gonna stretch. Another sip of water. It's more like a glug. All right. Okay, stay. This is some great after running stretches. Let me go ahead and take my rest and my heart rate again. 95. Okay. You can do it with feet together. You can have them spread about a hip width apart or further, whatever makes you more stable. But it's very important, sorry about the underarms, folks. When you do this kind of bend, do not go over. What you want to do is go up and out. All right, and hold until you're comfortable. Maybe it's 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. To the other side. These are just, you're going to want to work on yourself a little bit more. Maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes of stretching, okay? All right. And definitely open up the chest. Bring the arms back. Okay. Now, once your heart has gotten below 100 beats per minute, you can bend forward, okay? But try to still, I'd make sure it's around 80 beats per minute before getting the head below the heart. What you're doing is pressing your backside out so that these muscles are stretching, okay? Make sure that your nose breathing. If you're breathing through the mouth, you're breathing too hard. Right? You also want to do your arm crosses. Make sure that you're pulling with this arm, it feels like you're stretching this. You're not pulling it out of the socket, right? And now this arm. Now, for the side stretch, if you want something more intense, see if I can, you're not going to see the whole of me. You can bend the knee and come up and over, right? If you are very flexible, you can come further. I'm working on it still, so I'm about here. If you're super flexible, you can try this. Do not lock your knee. You can come down, right? If you can do both of those at the same time, great. But you're also going to want to stretch this out, which all you have to do is slowly move yourself down. Open up, open the heart up. You can close over the heart, all right? Try not to bring my head below my chest. And then you can open up the other way. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. All right? And then you've got the standard stretches. You can go negative on stairs. Be very careful if you go negative. That just means that this is about a right angle. Negative would be where you're pressing your heel to where your toes are higher than your ankle. And you're on a step. All right? Woo, I can feel that. Now, I'm gonna bring you back down. This is very, very important for the outside. Okay. This is called the outer, it's called an outside quad stretch. They're all different names for it. I don't recall the exact name, but it's the one that stretches your gluteus, which is your backside, and the outside of your legs. Let's go ahead and do that. Come down to the floor. Just come down as far as you're comfortable and no further. Reach out if you can. You're gonna have to hold your head. All you want to do is feel the stretch on the outside of your leg, right? Boy, that feels good. The higher up the leg goes, the more flexible you are, and you want to bring this hip down. So if you can't bring the hip down, bring the foot back, and the hip will go down. You want to make sure that your shoulders are parallel to the floor. That'll tell you that you're stretching well. If you're super flexible, you can grab the back foot This is not showing off. It helps stretch the quad. So let me turn around and show you what I'm doing, okay? So I'm doing this thing. It's one way, and do not stretch until your knee hurts. The point is to stretch from your knee right up through here, and if you feel that stretch, stop. Do not pull your heel back to your buttocks because you could injure your knee, okay? Another way to do that stretch, and this is very tricky, is to open up this way. Now I'm going to try to hold this above so you can see. You know the old track stretch, and it's the same thing. You only want to stretch as far as the knee allows you. If you're super flexible, you can lay down. Sorry about the hand, folks. Right? That's about as far as I can go. When I am in better shape, I can lay down. I'm working up to getting there, but I'll get there soon enough. Your muscle has memory, and so one of the things you can tell your muscles if you are getting back into shape is if you talk to your body actually responds. There have been studies shown on this. You can go look them up on YouTube. It's fascinating. But talk to your muscles. Just tell them, you know, you've done this once, you can do it again, and you'll be surprised at how much quicker you'll get back into shape. I feel like I'm missing a stretch. I think it's the side stretch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way to show you. And it's this one. Now you're getting all up in here, all right? Okay. As you see, I was arching. That meant I was stretching too hard, so I want to come up a little bit. You want to do it on both sides. And the last, there's probably a better order than to do it the way I have. Excuse me a second. Just tuck myself in. And then this is just arching the back and then lowering it. You're just keeping the back flexible very gently, okay? Go 5-10 times. Go easy on yourself. Build up slowly. Go out to the internet. There are all kinds of routines you can look up. Do your homework, do your due diligence, pay attention to your heart rate. I also call it perceived exertion, where you can tell, you know, there's one part of you where your body is stronger and you do need to push past that. There's another part where your body's saying you need to slow down, you're coming up on an injury. Learn how to tell the difference between the two. If you have a choice between the two, be conservative, because you don't want to have a fracture of any kind. And then as you get better, you'll know when your body is trying to tell you, oh, I'd rather sit on the, hurry up and finish so we can go eat a snack, or no, body, you need to go 5-10 more minutes, or you can go another 1/2 inch, 2 inch in that stretch. So take care of yourself. I hope that those were very helpful for you. If I can answer any questions, I'll be glad to. If not, thank you for putting up with my hair. And have a great day. Take care.